Hi, travel coaches. So in today's bonus training is all about helping you dig deep and find your niche. We're talking about how to find your specialty, what to teach, finding your niche, and therefore how to best decide on who your ideal client is, who your ideal audience is going to be, right? So first, I want to start off by saying how bringing the awareness to the shift in the travel industry itself. So I don't know if you've realized, but through articles and commercials and media, the travel industry and companies are shifting the way that they are speaking and reaching to potential consumers, right? So they're all honing they're what they're talking about, what they're pushing is transformation and experiences, personalization and customization. That's through whether it's the type of travel apps they're coming out with or the websites that they're coming out with. They're trying to make it a more personal level. And the reason I want to bring that up is because that is what we do as travel coaches. We are all about authenticity, personalization, coming from our personal travel experiences, and the transformation that we have gone through and empowering others to achieve something similar in their lifestyle, or giving them the tools and resources to be able to achieve the type of travel lifestyle that they want, or really digging deep with our clients to help them figure out why they're wanting to travel so they can obtain the best overall experience that they're trying to do or try to have. That is where the travel industry is shifting to. I just got off a really important business call and talking about the potential that the shift of the travel industry has, travel companies and the brands, and the potential that we have as travel coaches to really infiltrate and get into this market because of the importance of personalization, and the importance of really understanding the consumer or the client or whatever you want to call them, the traveler themselves. And that is what we do and what we focus on as a travel coach. We really like to do the inner work with our clients and to help them better understand why it is that they want to travel, and help them figure out when they realize that, when they figure that out, they can learn how to make the most out of their travel experiences to obtain the transformation they're looking for or find the answers that they're looking for. Um, so um, that is just the foundation and the basis when it comes to travel coaching and the authenticity that we have. So what does that have to do with finding your niche? Um, it can be a struggle to find your niche. I get it. A lot of people can say, I'm not sure like what I can teach. I'm not sure what people would want to learn from me. All I did I've traveled like other people have traveled. That is not true. You all have your own story. You all have your own experiences. You all know something different. For instance, I am a solo female backpacker. That was my background, my experience. Yeah, there's plenty of other solo female backpackers that I've come across and met in the world. But we're all unique. We're all different. We all struggle with different things. Everyone's personality is different. Everyone's obstacles are different. Everyone traveled for their own reason and got the answers that are traveling that they're looking for in different ways, or transform their life or their person or their character or whatever it might be, their spirituality differently through traveling. Everyone is unique and different when it comes to your travel experiences and your expertise and your knowledge. That is what you can teach and help you figure out what your niche is. You have to do the inner work, and you have to figure out what I've learned when it comes to traveling, how traveling has impacted my life as a person, my what I wanted out of life, what I enjoyed out of life, what I was looking for out of life, what kind of relationships I was looking for, how did travel impact that, what kind of person I wanted to be, what mattered to me, what didn't matter to me. All these things are things that travel, these things have taught you when it came to traveling. That's why you're here, right? That's one of the big reasons why you were so passionate to figure out how to go from just a traveler to becoming a travel coach, to start your own business and to make an impact that is greater than all the opportunities and options that are already out there when it comes to travel careers. You wanted something more because you know that your story is so unique and special. You know that you have skills and knowledge that are so valuable to people, and there are people out there who want to know those, who can relate to your story and to what you have to say most and best, right? And for instance, the reason I wanted to create this program and create the Travel Coach Network and not just be a travel coach was because I know that throughout my travels, I have met so many travelers who everyone had a story to tell. Everyone had something that they know and why they were traveling and what they were going through and everything. And when I would answer questions when people would reach out to me and ask me how I was able to travel or how do I afford it and what it was like, and they saw my stories and my photos I shared, I answered, I could answer basic questions on like safety and, give my personal recommendation and suggestion and stuff. And my niche was on just being a solo female backpacker and traveling on a budget. But I wasn't able to I could answer all those questions, but I wasn't able to answer questions when it came to a mom who had questions about traveling with their child, or people who were saying like, I have a disability and I travel, but what would you suggest for me? Or I have this health issue when I travel, and um what do you recommend I do for this? Or when I didn't have those answers, I can answer in things like traveling with anxiety, because I that's something I go through, or traveling with depression is something I've gone through, or traveling as just out of university and being careerless and not knowing what my career path was. That's something I talk about as a travel coach. These are all things that I teach my clients, because those are things that are authentic and true to me, and what I know most and best. So those are things that you have to think about when it comes to figuring out your niche, because everyone has a specialty and experience that's another traveler doesn't have. You have answers that someone else doesn't have. And there are people who want to particularly learn from you versus someone else because they relate to your story, whether they too have a family, or maybe they're a mom too, or maybe they too have a disability, or maybe they too have this health issue, or maybe they too love travel photography or adventure travel, or they too want to travel on a strict budget, or they too are a girl who want to travel on their own. These are all niches that someone that you can specialize in and that you can teach and hone in on. And so those are some of the ways that you can help figure out what your niche is and what your specialty is. You have to think outside of the box. You have to do the inner work. You have to start writing down everything that traveling has done and taught you, and the transformation it has taken you through, and what kind of transformation you want to take your client through. What questions are you going to ask them to take them through the process? How are you going to connect with them? How are you going to build this relationship, this loyalty with them? And you're going to get to better understand why it is that they want to travel. Are they traveling to escape work and stress, or maybe they're having a bad time in their relationship, they want to get away, or they want to work on their relationship, or maybe they want to build a bond with one of their parents and go on a trip, or maybe they need to do some soul searching, or they just went through a traumatic experience in their life. These are all reasons why people are traveling. And so as a travel coach, you have to figure out what your specialty and your niche is that you can pull and you can take, and you can help teach to your clients based on what the transformation that they're looking for and the reasons that they are traveling, right? And so I know it sounds like a lot, but just I promise you, if you just do the inner work, start writing it down, making lists, just doing some brainstorming. There are a lot of make sure you're doing the workbook and the assignments that are in the modules, because they're really going to help you guide through it as well. But I wanted to do this bonus training for you guys because and give you like a verbal aspect of it, because I understand how difficult it could be to really know how to figure out what it is that you can teach others that you think that everyone else can do, but really isn't the case. No one else has your story. No one else knows exactly what you've gone through to go through the steps that to be where you are today, right? No one no The impact of travel, the power of travel is really impactful, but if it affects everyone differently, right? And so it's up to you to do that inner work and to find those answers for yourself, so that you can build the solid foundation that you're going to have for your business as a travel coach. Okay, so feel free to leave any questions or comments in the private group here, or under this video, and or reach out to me personally, and I will answer those questions for you. But make sure you're keeping up on the assignments and the workbooks that are in the program, because they are going to help you tremendously throughout this process as well. But I look forward to next time. Okay, guys?